anything. We do what dons do, longest 90, anything.
Sounds of the Dons. We all love music. We've made our very own SE Dons Spotify music playlist. The link is in the description. Click on it, follow the Dons on Spotify, and listen to what we're listening to. Donny, it's a great idea. What's going on, people? Welcome to SE Dons Cage Football. I'm here with Doctor, aka Pabby Sims. I'm here with Scotty, King of the Fives, Mally, Mr. Robinson, Fraser, aka Frost, Big G, Sunday League skipper, Mitch, he's just on a journey, and the man Kid, King of the Cage, came on a skateboard, meaning business, White Sox and Astros. It is what it is, Chris. It's cage football. It's first to 10. You have to score on your opponent's half. If someone gets nutmegged, their team loses a point.
Frost, you know. Frost, you know. That's a sick one. Hey, live up to the name.
Yeah, what Scotty said. George just said, what's the team? This is Scotty. Bruv, like you didn't pick him. Yeah.
Today in the cage.
Doctor, Scotty, Mr. Robinson
Versus
Frost, Big G, Kid.
Now let's get into this.
Ask a Don. Every week we're going to be answering 2 questions from the comment section. It's very simple. Just put hashtag Ask a Don, let us know where you're from, and we might just answer. It's Ask a Don. So, Molpin, hashtag Ask a Don. How long until Donny it's back? I think you mean how long till Donny is back. I'm saying September. Finley Keeble, hashtag Ask a Don. Would you ever come to Ireland to play Derry City? That's love from Derry and Ireland. Finley, as a man with Irish blood, I'd love to, but the truth is, Dons will come anywhere. Ask a Don. Ain't nothing pretty about the cage. Stop. I bring it back. Bring it back.
That's not give us that ball.
No, you'll get a sin bin for that. You'll get a sin bin.
He said he's gonna elbow me. No, Mac.
You hold my left arm. Don't try that stuff.
Get a sin bin for that.
That touch was mad.
We ain't trying to injure them. Cage football. Okay, then what's happening, people? Welcome to SE Dons Cage Football. Now, as you know, the current lockdown restrictions are you can only do training with 6 people. So we're going to be doing 3 versus 3 until lockdown rules lift. We need you to leave in the comments below who you want to see take part in cage football. So, early doors, Doctor receives the ball in the middle of the cage, turns away from G, sells some beard O to the Kid. Team Scotty strikes first. Wait. Rough in there. Chris, there's no rules in the cage, man. There's no rules in the cage. Oh! Like I said, there's no rules in cage football. Scotty ain't got a haircut. There you go, 2-0. Scotty just wants to win. Scotty's here for the win. They say ballers don't use the boards. Scotty's got other ideas.
The old school one. The old school one off the back wall, you know.
Yeah. Hey, you know what it is, Chris? You see with cage rules, you're allowed to use the sides. You see in 5-a-side, it's like a baller thing. Oh, you can't use the sides. Here you can bang it off the fence, man. You can use it. Fatigue. I won't lie to you. At the moment, it's looking like the Scotty show. It's the concrete. Oh! Yeah.
Woo! Scotty checked his shoulders, saw Fraser, you know, and ducked him out still.
It's been a long time since I've had the pleasure of saying this, but some things don't need commentary.
Remember playing in it? Oh, bro, for hours as well.
Yeah, fam.
Oh! No! Mamacita! Oh, shit! Mamacita! Oh, bro, for hours as well.
Yeah, fam.
No! Mamacita!
Found me in the park, innit? It's Scotty Cam. So after Kid sent Doctor to the A&E, Scotty lifts up his sack and shoots a little higher and does one better.
Scotty's here to win? Yeah, Scotty's here to win still.
He's not on all that.
I'm just here to enjoy the game.
Not man watching it.
He's put his toe. Cage rules, first to 10 and you're off. There's no second chance. They're halfway there. Oh, there you go.
Oh, I can't lie, Scotty.
Early shower, fam. Ain't gonna lie, fam. It's straight to 10, fam. That's it.
Yeah.
Fatigue's starting to kick in. Scotty now just slow it down.
Look, game management.
He's doing the Tyson Fury stuff.
He's been the big guy, son.
Yeah.
Big guy.
But he does it well, though.
Don't must be the big guy.
Tires run out. Hey! Sorry. Last night in the WhatsApp group, we was talking about quality films. Frost had the nerve to say step up. I promised him I'd expose him. He's watching too much step up. He's doing the split. You know,
Step up there.
hand on the splits. Hand on the play. 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 Don't try to bring your baller stuff in.
Yeah, don't overcomplicate it.
Don't bring your baller stuff in. Man will bang it off the cage and score, fam. So as you can hear, that's Donny Jones and Crook, 2 old school Dons legends, just reminding you this is cage football. This is the streets. And down here, we're not ashamed or shy to use the boards. And as you can see, it's something that comes into play, and when used effectively, it can be very dangerous. It's only as far as Docky tries to clear it. He's had a mare. He's got Scotty scratching his fade. He collects it. He's gone for a run, tries to do a trick on Kid. We've seen it before.
No kid said, I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I've seen that before.
Do you know what I noticed? Everyone in Scottish has got trainers. Have you noticed that?
Cameraman out of the way.
Yes!
1-on-1. Take it. You see in the cages. There's no manners, fam.
There's no manners. Get the hell out of the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So currently 5-2. Fatigue possibly starting to kick in as Frost carries it forward. Fans Kid is 5-3. So Scotty leaves Frost quicker than he's left all of his exes. That's 6-3.
No, you know what? Alright, cool.
Like I said, don't just be safe, be done safe. And talking of safety, it's Doc putting his body in the way, trying to protect the ball. He loses out as Big G just leans on him. And talking of terrible misses, this has got to be up there. It's an open goal. Scotty puts himself in the way. Time for another plug. You ain't got your done. You ain't got your done. You're done, mask. Meanwhile, yeah. Mr. Robinson drops the salt. Big G's there.
Out the way!
Yeah, no, you're right. So as you can see, it's getting rough in there. Big G blaming the sideline for being in the way. And Donny Jones out here plugging. Chris, pandemic, fam. Get your mask, fam. There's only one way to stay safe, bro. Do it right. Hey, kid. Don't just be safe, be done safe. Nothing safe about this finish, Big G. Oh! Getting tired now, see? So 7-4 for Team Scotty, 3 goals away from victory. Have you ever seen a Scottishman dance? Looks a little bit like this. As you can see, his ball retention, just moving his hips. He's extremely good with it. It's come to Malachi. Remember, the boys have been playing non-stop back and forth now for about 10 minutes. It's extremely tiring. Fraze just watching him, tries to knock it into Scotty. Kid gets behind him, he loses possession. Frost pounces, 7-5. Did you score? Did you score? 7-5.
Bro, then give it to me. You're taking that 15 touches.
Them one's there too slow, man.
Don't tell me move. Give me the ball earlier, bro. Stop playing shit.
Wait, what's it? Hey, boys, come on.
Do that. You're not on the same team. Don't do that. I've asked you not to do it and you're doing it again. Shouting. Calm down. It's a man told him, bro. What's leaving? Freeze or leave him. Man, that's leave him. Leave him. Don't do that, bro.
Man, allow it, man.
No, but I've told him to stop, bro. And it's still going on.
We're the same team, bro.
Not me, bro.
I
told you not to do it and you're still going on. Don't give a fuck if I'm shouting. I told you to stop.
There's no need to shout. All I'm telling you is to not shout.
All I'm telling you is not to shout. Listen, I'm talking. Shouting or not,
but there's no need to shout.
Shouting or not,
but there's no need to shout. You can talk.
Don't shut me up.
7-5.
Shake hands and move on.
Shake hands and move on. Come on, man.
No, seriously, I'm good.
Hey, man, come on, man.
It's being silly.
No, fine, there's etiquette, though. Come on, we shake hands and move on.
Hey, listen,
That's fine.
on the real, I am good.
Yeah, I know
the way man talks.
Shake hands and
I know the way man
You can disagree, it's fine.
Man, I heard now, so I'm good, bro. We can play.
Oh, come on, man.
I'm good, bro.
That's bollocks, fam.
Hey,
man, please, I beg you,
I'm good, bro. I'm good, bro. But he hasn't heard me, bro.
I beg you, man.
All he's saying is,
unless he comes to me, fam, I ain't done nothing to him.
Fam, this is not how we deal with things, fam. It's not how we deal with things, fam. The way I see it, yeah, is you've offended him, he's offended you. It's cool, then.
I'm telling him not to shout and talk properly. That's
fine.
But before I shouted and talked properly, man spoke to him properly. You know what I mean?
Leave him. If you don't want to start, fine. It's cool.
So I say just shake hands.
Man doing this bitch thing, bro. Man not do that. You know what I mean? Like if I'm talking to you, I expect you to hear me, bro.
Okay, but you're talking to him.
Don't do okay, because when I spoke to you, you're doing this. You're shouting.
But the problem's here. You're talking to him. I'm
Bro,
here.
I spoke to you. I told you not to say.
I say just shake hands and crack on, fam. But this happens on a Sunday because when man are saying man are on the pitch arguing, this is terrible. Why are we arguing in the cage, fam?
It should be. Can I say my point on this? Look, Doctor spoke to you in a way you didn't like it.
No, it didn't go like that. It didn't go like that. It didn't go like that. No, say it properly, bro.
Listen to what I'm saying. Malachi's view. Doctor spoke to you in a way you didn't like, so when he was trying to express his point, you had already shut it down. And then when you was trying to talk to him, he was saying, I've already tried to tell you so many times, can you please listen? It then got to a point nothing was happening. So when you get to that point, someone's got to take the higher ground and say, do you know what, Rob? I didn't hear your point.
Part of his tactics to win, bro. I know what he's like.
Move on.
That's what I'm saying though.
There we go.
I'm in space.
Hey, we'll cut the game. I'll cut the game.
No,
I'll put the ball in my car.
I've explained.
No, but it's not. Hey, listen, because I can't play like this.
This ain't done shit.
Wait, I heard that, but I've explained to him already, calmly, before the shouting and bitching. Man said to him, I'm in space, give me the ball early.
You've got to be able to go away from everyone, sort your shake hands and come back, otherwise I ain't playing.
Emotions got high. Doc and Malachi are arguing. They can't come to an agreement. So as a club, bro, we're calling it done, fam. Because we're all brothers here. Man should never get to that point, Chris. Do you understand? I love Doc and Mel, but fam, they're arguing too much, fam. We don't come here for that, fam. So we're cutting it, bro. But fam, we got to put the badge first, fam. If man can't agree with each other, we're cutting it. Everyone suffers. You know what I'm trying to say? That's how it goes, fam. As you can see, look, they're over there reasoning, and that's how it goes. So it's not ended on a negative, but man, that's showing them that as a team, we can't get to that, fam, because it's happening on Sunday mornings, Chris. So man, they will eventually shake hands, and then that's it. We'll be back next week. Jazz.
Don of the week.
Get yourself featured on Don of the Week. It's simple.
Just send your pictures in.
This young lad, the great big game, big players hoodie.
Like it, camouflage with the sulfur. Nick Nah, bunch of love hearts and an hoodie.
Richard Oliver 3624, black and white DON cap.
More like Jamie Oliver with an hat.
K Runner, doing update night.
You've been spotted.
Melly's walking away. It was 7-5. You know, it's 7-5, it's the 15, yeah?
Scotty Cam.
Scotty Cam, innit?
King of the Freeze.
It is what it is. The man was arguing. We took time out because the badge comes first, but they've sorted it out.
One family, man.
You know
One family.
They had a scrap. Let's have a look who's got the more there.
Can see he's got more we'll give you a nice pack later.
Comment below who won the fight. Yeah. Hey, Fraze, yeah.
Game on.
Because the man arguing, the man should start. My laughing fit. Oh no! Time, have you ever wondered what a kid would look like if he never grew up? I'll show you. There you go. There you go. Oh!
He's magnificent! He's magnificent! He's magnificent!
Only do it.
Richard, no, I wasn't doing that. The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz. The Wizard of Oz.
Family doing kickouts with a purse, innit?
He's magnificent!
You ever seen Scotty's perm shaking the wind? That's when he ain't happy. Fellas, have you noticed that girlfriends always jump to conclusions? Looks like this. Oh! So obviously due to the little break because of the argument, we agreed that instead of 1st to 10 it's going to be 1st to 15. Team Scotty needs 6 more. 9, 6. I told you it's nice for 15 that. Yeah. Scotty's taking the 5th. I told Big G I'd leave that one in. Take us out on YouTube, bro. Might look great, but an old friend of mine told me that tricks don't win you games. Big G cuts into trouble. Doc pulls out. Makes it 10. 10. Big G trying to do tricks again. Scotty reminds him he should stay in goal. 11-6. They've come for the win. 11-6. Stay left. I'm with you. Cage football. Whenever you're playing against Scotty, look out for your Achilles and your ankles. He's got a funny way of fouling you without the ref catching you. Big J ain't happy. Comes flying in like a wrecking ball. Takes Malachi and Doc out. Somehow finds the net. So 15 on the clock, could this be an inspired comeback? Scotty does some crazy frog splash type trick, but Kid reads it, cuts it back for Doc. Big G gets in the way. In fact, oh wow, relax. There's no friends in cage football. Oh, Doc, you're a bastard, you know. How come I ask you alright and then do that? It's cage football. Oh! Hey! So there's cage football. Hey! Got the kid. We got Kid. So Kid sends the old boy Scotty for a beer. Cuts back, lads it into Frost. He gets a hat trick and makes it 8. So at 12-8, there's not much between it. If Big G's team can start getting some points back, this could be a very, very close ending. It's Frost tries to clap back for Big G. Looks up for Kid, don't quite read it. Scotty plays long, punishes him.
Yeah.
It worked.
It worked. I told you, play long. Remember, you get made, you lose a goal.
Wait,
So Team Scotty go from 13 to 12. Now, hang on. Nah.
wait for his legs.
Go for legs.
Yeah, that takes
Oh,
it away
so,
from him.
that, so 13, yeah, so back to 13, back to 13.
You're still on 13.
Was that 13-8, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't even know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I didn't clock that.
Sorry, Scott.
13-9. So 13-9, still 4 goals in between them. Scotty playing long, it seems. He's got Big G chasing him down. Flip flap. 14-9. So 14-9, only 1 goal needed. Kid passes it forward, it's Frost. Looks like Big G's team are not going to go out without a fight. That's 14-10 now. It's Scotty trying to line one up, finds Dockers. Pulls it out wide, like I said, his hair just shaking in the wind. The gel not keeping it straight, it's come to Frost. Doc putting his body on the line, manages to get it. Skips away from the skipper, Big G, and gets a foul.
Oi, kid.
Tight, go on.
Is that one not a foul?
One thing I've noticed about Bruce Willis, he's always a hero when it comes to the cage. So it's Scotty. Team Scotty take the victory.
Malachi's a champion, should not play to 20.
Scotty, what you gonna say?
The W unit.
So yeah, Chris, let us know in the comments below what 3 do you want to see play them next week? Or do you want to see a rematch?
So the defending team
Do you want a rematch or do you want to see
Scotty and Mally.
see someone else? Leave comments below. Scotty, Malachi and Doc move on.
Anything. We do what dons do, longest 90. Anything. Hands full of blood, family stuff. Anything.